Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So I did my Psalms reading this morning, and I'm sorry I really wasn't with it, so that's why I put a halt to it. So I've got my energy back, and I want to make sure I give you good, powerful messages, right, from the divine. So I'm going to go straight into the reading. We're going to go with Akashic Tarot. And I'm going to shuffle them. Spirit, what would you like for the collective to know today? Thank you all for being here with me. And I thank God that He's given me the opportunity to read for all of you today. Okay, so let's try to do a reading about you, not about who you're thinking of, but let's see what Spirit wants to know about you. Okay, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know? Okay. The Spirit's saying that you need to prepare. See what's at the bottom. The King of Scrolls. So, sometimes when we're alone, women-wise and men-wise, right? We have to delegate like our list of things to do. Even though we're alone, we have to write the list down. We have to be prepared to take action, and we just move forward in the best way we can. So the idea of women running around with masculinity on the masculinity side, I myself find that although I think I'm pretty ladylike, I find that a lot of times I really need to kind of be in this masculine energy, because that way I can stand in my power. I can pretty much direct people. Like sometimes people say some off-key stuff, and I gotta stand up for myself, right? Set them straight. So maybe someone needs to hear that out there. Are you doing that for yourself? It's important, right? It's important to realize who you are in this world. And it's nice to be able to focus on yourself and your needs and your wants. Okay, so the Buddha prepares. The Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak. But he won't move a muscle until he is ready. This court shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. This period of time may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your exterior life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you're just taking the time that you require to prepare and to truly step into your power. Don't be in a hurry. The time to act is coming, and when it's here, your strength will be absolute. Now close your eyes and reach to the Buddha within. Feel the peace and easy understanding that there is a time to every purpose under heaven. Feel your own sense of purpose stirring softly within you. So soon you'll be ready to serve. Okay. So the idea of taking the time out for yourself and searching your heart and trying to discover who you are. Who are you meant to be here? Are you meant for this path? You could be maybe interested in the Reiki, or any type of spiritual healing. Right now you might be figuring out what it is you want to do, or you might be at this point where you're looking just to heal yourself. To tell your story is it's a beautiful thing, really. People, I think they gravitate towards people who are authentic, and I think that they really listen to the words that you say. So if that's what you're in search of doing, you just keep working at it, working at healing yourself and finding the direction that's right for you. And the archangels, you pray to them, you pray to God, your ancestors. Let's see what else. What else can we let the collective know about themselves, Spirit? Five of Keys, wishes fulfilled. So it's in the past tense. So possibly you've made some changes in your life that make you really happy. Maybe you had a period of trial and tribulation, and whatever it is, you freed yourself. Maybe you applied for a job and God blessed you, right? You had favor regarding that application you put in. Maybe you found someone, right? Maybe you found someone that you really like and you feel like he or she really likes you. So wishes fulfilled. Let me read that for you. The scene is a bright and full storeroom, a larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with a bounty of fruits, vegetables, breads, flours, sugars, and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world. This card is a sign that the time has come for you, your wishes to be fulfilled, and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even in these, victory is assured. There is an abundance of sweet nourishment and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castle are yours. Celebrate. Close your eyes and feel someone hand you a set of golden keys. One of them opens the most important door before you. Open the door and see what lies ahead. Is there something that you have acquired in your life? Maybe this has to do with your soul. Maybe it has to do with freeing yourself from somewhere that you really didn't want to be. Maybe you were in a situation that didn't serve you. Maybe it's like, you never want to just jump into a situation, but sometimes we all do. And you think it's one thing and it turns out to be the other, right? And sometimes it's hard to break away, Sometimes it's hard to free yourself. I mean, for me, just being free is a fulfillment of a great, great wish, And it's allowed me to work on myself and to try different skills and to learn about things that I love to do. So I love doing readings. This morning, like I said, I just wasn't feeling it. So I did a couple little ones, and I said, I got to step away for just a minute. But now I feel really good. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for just all the support. It means the world to me. So if you have some wishes that have been fulfilled, I'd love to hear about it. Okay. So every day I try to think of something to be thankful of, and one of the things I'm most thankful of is the prayers of my dog, and he's so much better now, and he's so much happier. Of course, he is 11, so he doesn't really move around quite as good as he did like 3 years ago. And, he also had to get acclimated to the weather. So we have been extending our walks a little bit, which he really enjoys. And, sometimes it's the simple things in life that are really things that we just take for granted. And sometimes we have to stop and smell the roses, right? Okay, nothing's popping out, so let's see what else. Spirit, what else do we want to know about our collective? The light of the world. Is that you? Is this your job, to be the light of the world? Let's see what's at the bottom. Reflection. So take some time to do some reflection upon your life, where you've been, and be gentle with yourself. Don't say, darn, I was so stupid when I did that. I'm such an idiot. Don't talk bad about yourself. You want to be very gentle about your past. You want to know that you're not the only one. You're not the only one who's ever done that, whatever it is. That doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you a good person who makes bad choices, okay? So if we can relate to our past in that way, then it's better, because it gives us the light, right? It gives us the power to change when we take time to reflect. Okay, so let's read The Light of the World. I think this is for you. God wants you to be the light of the world, right? There's enough shine to share. The people that don't want you to shine, well, they're going to try to keep you in a little box, in a little, whatever. They're going to try to squeeze like a watermelon into a little box that an orange holds, right? Don't let anybody put you in the corner. Don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody take your light away. And the people who are already there, who have the light within their soul, they're happy to share. They're happy to share all their visions. They're happy to share how they got there. They're happy to share how they feel. And to be the light of the world is a most honorable thing that you could do for God, okay, for yourself. So let me read. An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Through your life, or though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open to your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it is up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action and knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. With a deep breath, you fill yourself with the grace and peace and light of your higher self. Your vision opens to a wider universe, and you realize that you have all the time and power. in the world. Eternity fills you. Okay? So, you have greatness within you. You have all the tools you need to move forward in your life. The life that you want to live. The life that's not only good for you, but when you share your stories, when you share how you've healed, when you share what you've gone through and how terrible it was, and how, maybe you were fortunate and you prayed to God and He lifted you out, right? Right? And if you're thinking 7 generations down, you've gone through some things that came out and they were miracles. You made it out okay, unscathed, right? Maybe you got a couple scars, that you just spend time with the Spirit and ask Him to help you heal. And then it becomes healed, and it becomes a lesson, and it becomes wisdom that you take forward. Okay. Spirit, what else do we want to tell the collective? What messages for the collective? The 8 of Keys. Maybe there's something you want to master. Maybe you've already accomplished that. Once you accomplish that, you can move forward and you can teach other people how to do it. If you're so inclined, if that's something that really interests you. Maybe you've done something that you could write a book about. Maybe you've mastered it and you say, okay, I'm going to take this and I want to try something new. I want to keep growing and I want to keep learning. Okay, so inside a bright and bustling artisan workshop, apprentices are busy at their workbenches, which are arrayed with the beautiful fruits of their labors. The master artisan pours a number of beautiful shining gems into the open hands of one of his apprentices. This card indicates that you now have the opportunity to offer your talents, your purpose, and your gifts to the world, making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. It's not the time to hide your light under a basket. As a matter of fact, you may now find yourself teaching or training your skill set to others. You may also be demonstrating your gifts and performing your talents publicly, even if your gifts lie in the ability for loving, compassionate care. You will be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So take action, put yourself out there, and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. Close your eyes and feel yourself filled with all of the gifts you have to share with the world. Sense those energies pour through your heart and mind and come and out to the people around you. Feel the ease of this sharing. You cannot be drained, for all that you give flows back to you unceasingly. To create return, do this sharing frequently. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Lord, what else do we want to tell the collective about themselves? Okay. 5 of Scrolls. To diversify. At the bottom, the 6 of Scrolls, the sands of time. So let me read the 5 of Scrolls for you. A woman stands on a veranda overlooking a beautiful valley dotted with little towns on the hills and along the river. Scrolls that she has read lie upon a nearby table. Another scroll is held loosely in her hand, while the woman surveys all that she sees. With this card, you'll find that it's time to diversify. There are many options for you to consider, and you should take a look at them all. Allow yourself to try new things, go to new places, learn new subjects, break out into different directions, and meet new people. Don't worry about scattering your energy too thin. You're in a period of expansion, so use it. Let yourself go farther afield than you planned. In the end, you will diversify in ways that introduce you to a whole new you. Excuse me. Your life has turned into a smorgasbord of opportunities. Close your eyes and imagine an array of all the many different things that interest you. Give yourself permission to try them. How can you do that in the coming weeks? To diversify, you could be trying different foods. You can be trying like traveling and seeing different parks. You could decide that you're going to try different, what do they call those? Maybe you're like one of those people who are thrill seekers. Have you tried the bungee? Have you tried the, the lifts? Forget what you call it. Kind of take you down, on a line. And you kind of go kind of fast, I think. And it takes you over like treetops and that sort of thing. Let's see, what else is there? There's that diving thing when you jump out of a plane, but you have that bat suit on. And you're able to fly around, right? Because you're the director. And you have to, that probably takes a lot of skill. What else is there? Hot air balloons. If you've never been on a hot air balloon, you might want to do that. Let's see. You might love amusement parks. You might want to try, Knott's Berry Farm if it still exists. You might want to try Universal Studios. You might want to try bungee jumping, like different areas. So whatever it is that you want to diversify and try out, there's so much that could be had. There's so much that you could do. You just have to research the locations, and you have to research the cost, and then the time. How are you going to get there? Are you going to just rough it out and rent a car for 2 days and then come back and try to save your money and not really do the hotel thing unless that's in your budget. But it's all about the excitement of going somewhere new, seeing new things, and getting to know people. You could go try some wineries. We got wineries all around here. So there's so much to do. It's just a matter of choosing what it is that interests you and making the plans, right? Maybe you'll want to invite someone with you, keep you company. Okay? Maybe you want to do it alone. Okay? What else, Spirit, do we want to tell our collective? Something that they needed to know about themselves. Okay? One of Roses. Okay? And at the bottom is Two of Forces. One of Roses, commitment. Well, that could be several things. I open up my heart. I open up my home. I open up my life to Spirit, to Creator. So I can start living a better life. So I can start focusing and actually being responsible for doing good things, to do right. You could be committing to yourself to say, hey, I've been in some dark places and I finally found my way out. Thank God, right? And you can commit your time to your healing, to figuring out who you are, where you're supposed to be in your life. And, when you say your prayers, and especially if you're one of God's chosen ones, when you are opening your heart to Him, He will make doors open for you. Okay, and that's all in divine timing. So, considering making the commitment to yourself and being thankful that God pulled you out of a dark, bad place, right? You could commit to writing a book. You could commit to say, hey, I used to play a guitar before, and I haven't picked one up in quite some time. I'm going to go buy me one, and I'm going to spend time down at the beach and just play my little heart out, right? Whatever your commitment is, stay steadfast in it. Maybe you're going to commit. I'm not going to take people in that use and abuse me, I'm not going to have that in my life. You could commit to that, right? You could commit to saving money. You can say, well, I'm 28 now and I've had 10 years of having fun, and I'm going to commit to tighten my belt up, and even though it might only be $10 a payday, it's $10 that I don't need to spend somewhere else, and I'm going to start saving. You might want to save for a trip. You might want to save for your retirement. You might want to save for an emergency. So whatever you're committing to, I'm happy for you. I stand in agreement if it's for the betterment of yourself. And let's move forward. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards. Kind of keep this short and sweet, okay? Spirit, thank you for the messages. What else do we want to tell our collectives about themselves? Help them find their way, their direction. Taking the steps to live in their best life. Sharing whatever knowledge that we have with them to help them find their way. Okay, so 3 more cards. I'm going to pull them out right now. Okay. At the bottom is the 2 of Scrolls. Okay, the 2 worlds. Let's read that. I'll just pull it out so you can look at it as I'm reading it. Okay, so we came to the conclusion that the scrolls are actually the swords. So these are all thoughts. Surrounded by a spinning wheel and baskets of wool, a beautiful woman, worried and tired, gazes at the embers in the fireplace. She has worked hard at her spinning for the coins that are gathered on the table. The expansive window behind her looks out onto a Buddhist monastery high in the mountains. When you receive this card, there's a conflict in your life between the outer world, of what the outer world requires of you, and how your spirit directs you. You actually may have had a number of past lives where you wanted to focus on your spiritual growth and therefore joined a monastery to do so. Then, missing the wonders of the secular world, such as family, love, and financial success, you chose the secular world exclusively in your next incarnation. Yet this different offer, the spiritual focus you also sought. Because of this, it's likely that you bounce back and forth from the monastic to the personal in a number of incarnations and through a number of different faiths. You are now again experiencing a polarity between fully self-realized spiritual experience and personal success in your day-to-day life. It often feels as if you have to let go of one in order to embrace the other. This push-pull will continue until you learn to bring your spiritual self to every situation in your personal life. It's time to replace worry with trust and integrate your eternal truth with your temporal reality. If you have a job or are in a relationship that actively pulls you from your spirit, you must deal with it or possibly leave it. Who you are forever is who you are now. Let nothing impede the power. When you own it, absolute self-realization in both worlds will elude you no longer. Close your eyes and say to yourself, the divine thrives in my daily world. Then see the God of your understanding stand beside you. See yourself walking through life in this great company, handling everything that comes your way. Okay, what else does Spirit want you to know? The next card is the Seven of Scrolls. So we're all in the mind right now. So many cards are of the scrolls. We have one roses. We have one key. And we have we have two keys. Okay, Seven of Scrolls. We have keys, Major Arcana, one rose, and however many scrolls, several scrolls. Okay, 7. Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At first, this building seems modest, but in time its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now piles the stones and rock dot the scene. A mason bends, focusing intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partially built wall. This instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. At a very basic level, this card could indicate building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy and pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built stone by stone, day by day. It's only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. There's a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that this situation is a puzzle in pieces on a table in front of you. Imagine the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. Okay, the next card is Archangel Raphael. He walks with you. Okay. The Archangel Raphael walks down a path and approaches you, sharing his healing and uplifting light. He is a profoundly loving spirit who has an important role in bringing the Akashic power to you. This beautiful being carries the energies of love, family, miracles, healing, and blessed journeys. He can share all these intentions and experiences with you and more. Of all the archangels, Raphael most often comes in the guise of a human. This card can indicate that helpful others may be attending you now. It also portends a time of great achievement in your personal life, and Raphael is opening the door. Blessings abound. With the card upright, there may be a renewal of a lost dream, a reuniting of family members, or a healing, perhaps of a physical condition or of a broken heart. Even if these conditions have been hanging on for a while, now is the time when you can really break through. Let Raphael be your partner in this process, and you'll soon see why they call him the miracle worker. Open yourself to the presence and touch of the Archangel Raphael, who stands beside you now. Close your eyes and take a deep breath, and feel your whole self fill with the healing energy of boundless love. Every cell, every thought, every moment vibrates with the radiant power and love of Raphael. And the last card we have is the Muse. The Muse. Then we'll do an angel number at the end. Okay, let's see. The Muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to fill your project, or to lift your project to the skies. Close your eyes and touch in with the forces of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel the power of creation now. Okay. So, I think those are some powerful messages. So maybe this message says you're at the right place, right? To reach spirituality. The tarot readers are really wonderful people, and they all basically have the same intent, and that's putting out messages for healing, putting out messages for forgiving yourself, putting out messages for connecting with divine, putting messages out to treat people kind, putting messages out to be the best that you can be. Okay, so the wish is fulfilled. Fulfill your wishes. Maybe the door's open and you haven't gone through. Maybe you're double guessing yourself, and you can't see in front of you the things that you could be thankful for, right? Maybe you haven't even opened that door. Maybe there's some reason why you can't move forward. Maybe being the light of the world kind of puts you in a new place that you've never been. Like, how would that feel to be on top of the world? That when I spoke, everybody listened. And that when I needed a helping hand, I'd really get good people to help me. Right? Because no one could do it alone. I mean, with God's grace, anybody could do anything, but we're not meant to do this alone. We have the strength, right? But to share the responsibilities. For example, I'm here reading for you, right? If I had someone else that was like a third party, right? It would be, I'm reading to all of you out here, but if I had someone sitting next to me, and then after the reading was done, they could say, well, you know, it was really a good reading, but I noticed this. Maybe you should try to do this. Someone to like keep me on my path. You know what I'm saying? But the light of the world, it sounds very auspicious to me. And I know that God protects me. And I know that God only allows the people who He wants in my life into my home. And I know that those who come knocking, I already know who I'm going to let in and who I'm not. Okay? It's just like my intuition that my God puts into me, right? And my God is your God, right? Because there's only one. But it's a beautiful feeling to feel protected. It's a beautiful feeling to walk in the streets, and feel like God's there with me, and He's not going to let anything happen to me, okay? Because I'm doing God's work, right? God's love, God's grace, God's protection, God's guidance, okay? Okay, so the next is the Master Artisan. Maybe there's something you want to master. Maybe you've already mastered it. Everybody's going to be different, so you have to put it where it applies. Is it something that you want to carry forward and you want to share with the world? Is it something that you want to make? Is it like an item, like a piece of jewelry, and you want to, be able to talk about what it took for you to make it, and then start a business? Or it could be something that really interests you and you want to learn about it. So just do your research and find the right people who are going to give you the best advice, right? You don't want someone to tell you to buy, I don't know, I guess titanium's the best for rings right now. But you don't want anyone to say, oh, silver's the way, right? When really gold is better than silver and titanium's better than gold, right? And not that you wouldn't know that. I was just using that as an example. So the next is to diversify. Diversify means many things. Could be maybe where you work you had some sort of stock option or something, and you don't want to take it out unless you're 67. If you're not 67, be ready to pay 38% or something like that, right? You can take it and put it into another stock option or something like that, but if you take it by a check, yeah, be prepared to pay that amount. So if you use just a simple number, 100,000, right? You might as well give Uncle Sam 38,000 if you take it out and have the check put in your name. And then at the end of the year, you will have to claim an extra 100,000 on your already wages that you made. Okay, so you have to be really smart when you diversify. And if you need to study it before you do any transfers. Okay, commit to yourself. Commit to having a better life. Commit to only having certain people around you that you can benefit from, not in a sense of using them, in a sense of if you say that you are skilled in, say, skilled playing a guitar, and Susie's skilled in singing. Well, wouldn't it make sense that you guys try to do a little gig together or something, right? That's a small thing, or it could be a big thing, depending upon how far it goes, right? But commit to having the right people in your life for the right reasons, okay? And commit to treating yourself the way you deserve to be treated. Once you decide, hey, I deserve better than that, then people are going to recognize it, and they're going to say, hey, you can't talk to Susie that way because she will get back with you, right? Or, and maybe 2 years ago you could talk to Susie however you wanted, right? When you commit to yourself to have higher standards and higher requirements, it's not that you think you're better than anybody else. You're just trying to make your life better, okay? So the two worlds. I feel like the two worlds is a choice between the left side and the right side. But this book is saying that basically maybe you felt like you wanted to be the light of the world, right? But then you had the opposing side say no, which is basically like that, I guess. But in any event, you can it's sort of like my girlfriend called me, and she's been a Christian. She swapped over from Buddhism because she's from Thailand, and her husband's white. She's lived here for, I don't know, 50 years or so. And she called me up and she's like, oh, me and Don, we've been drinking the alcohol-free beers, and we really want to drink a regular beer. She's like, do you think that's sinning? And I said, no. I said, if it causes a problem with you, the way Don drinks, or if it causes a problem with Don, how you drink, then it's a problem. Other than that, you're free to live life however you choose. I don't think it's a sin. It's when things you do are harmful to you or someone else. Like if you get drunk, right, and you turn into this animal, and then you start saying words that the next day you regret, that can be pretty ugly. And if you'd rather drink beer than to not drink it to keep your partner around, then you guys were never supposed to be together, and you should just part ways. Okay. So, intricacies and industries. This talks about building your foundation, making sure that every block is placed in an intricate way, right? So it'll last. And it's also to understand that, you can't have a castle in one day unless you were fed the silver spoon, okay? And you have to know that it's going to take a lot of work to build that castle. And each stone matters. So, in other words, say you're building the castle and you say to yourself, when I do good, I'll put a stone up. When I do bad, I'll take one off. Okay? Right? So you want to make sure you do good all the time, right? To build it, right? To stay focused and build it. Okay, Archangel Raphael. They say he comes here as a muse, so, or not as a muse, as a guise, a human guise. So, there are angels everywhere. There are earth angels everywhere. Those are the ones that you're driving down the highway, right? And you see a girl pulled over on the side of the road because she got a flat tire, and maybe she doesn't have a jack. Maybe she doesn't have a extra tire. Maybe she just doesn't know the first thing of what to do. On the freeway when, you're driving around LA, all the cars are going. They're just going. And who stops? It's an angel that stops. It's someone that says, hey, I know I'm supposed to be on this job in 20 minutes, I'm going to call work and I'm going to say, hey, I got a flat tire. It's the truth, but it's not the truth. It's not his flat tire, but it is a flat tire. So he calls work and says, I got a flat tire. I'm going to be about 30 minutes. There's nothing I can do. I'll be there when I get there. So then he pulls over. He helps the lady out, gets her on her way, makes sure she's safe, makes sure no one tries to abduct her. And then the lady freely goes. Then the man goes off and she never sees them again. She said her thank you at the time when the work was done, and they went separate ways. He never said, hey, I need your phone number and, blah, blah, blah. I need you to give me X amount of money. It's just the help. When people freely help others, they don't know, they're strangers. They want to make sure that they stay safe. It could be some people at the park and, the mom's talking to another mom, and all of a sudden they see, maybe there's a basketball player who sees some guy run up and try to, snatch one of the kids. Well, what does he do? He's like, no, that's not going to happen on my watch. So he throws his basketball down and he goes, chases the guy off. Those are the earth angels, And if you're one of them, then you should really consider that card. Being the light of the world, okay? Consider doing God's work. God's work is a protection. And it's not that difficult. You know, you get up in the morning and you speak from your heart. Thank you, God, for another day. Right? I'm going to do your good work today, God. I understand that sometimes I'm not feeling up to doing 3 readings a day, God. And I hope you understand that. What's God going to say? He's going to say rest. You're more important to me if you're rested up and you give a good reading versus trying to cram 3 or 4 readings in one day and being exhausted. Because believe me, it is energetically, it's very draining, you know, because whenever the readings come through, right, God already knows who's going to be called to see my channel. You know, there's energy that flows through this whole universe. So when we're doing God's work, it does take a lot of energy. So the last one is the Muse. The Muse. How would the Muse fit in your life? It says open or close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel this power of creation now. What is it that you want to create? You're a child of God. God is the creator of this universe. What is it that you are being nudged to create? Okay. So let's get some angel numbers. I suppose we'll just pull 4 cards. And we'll take them as face value. Okay, so in order, I have 3, 1, 5, 2. That's going to be our angel number. Okay, we got Joanne right away. That's good. Okay, your angel number for this reading is 3152, and it says, in a combination, or it is a combination of the attributes and energies of number 3 and number 1, and the vibration and influence of number 5 and number 2. Number 3 encourages self-expression and communication, optimism, enthusiasm, being brave and courageous, natural talent and skills, friendliness and sociability, manifesting and manifestation, growth, expansion, and the principles of increase. Number 3 is also associated with the Ascended Masters. Number 1 relates to creation and new beginnings, progress, uniqueness and individuality, inspiration and institutions, striving forward, motivation and progress, creating our own realities and stepping out of our comfort zone. Number 5 is the number of life changes, personal freedom, idealism and motivation, cleverness and intelligence, opportunity and expansion, making positive life choices, adaptability and versatility, doing things your own way and learning life lessons through experiences. Number 2 resonates with service to others, balance and harmony, adaptability, diplomacy and meditation, flexibility, compassion, and understanding, faith and trust, support and encouragement, and serving your life purpose and soul mission. Angel number 3152 brings inspiration and new ideas, so pay attention to signs and synchronicities and new ideas. It says 3152 brings inspiration and new ideas, so pay attention to signs and synchronicities and be ready to make positive changes when new opportunities present themselves. Allow your natural curiosity and creative abilities to inspire new ideas and interesting ways of doing and being, as when you use your gifts, it makes you feel confident, at peace, happy, and fulfilled as you are coming from your true higher self. Angel number 3152 encourages you to reach out to others and share your ideas, as there are people who will offer you support and assistance, and others who will benefit from your ideas, intentions, and actions. Share the highest and truest parts of yourself with the world. Angel number 3152 can also indicate that there may be some upcoming changes that will enrich your life, but stay calm, balanced, and focused, and trust your intuitive messages and promptings. A positive move of residence and or place of employment may be in the works, and this movement or change will usher in positive new energies and will bring about wonderful new opportunities for you to take advantage of. Okay, so this message was for you. Okay? What is it that you want to do? Take time to ponder upon it and write down what it is that you would like to do. You pray about it and you ask God to help you find your way through, and take the message as you will. And I hope that you found value in it. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great day. God bless you, and we'll see you the next time. Aloha.